Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now for this video, I'd like to review a horror Blu-ray which I watched last night and I thoroughly enjoyed. It was made in 1979 and it was on one of the notorious, the video nasties list when it came out in VHS. Fantastic horror movie, and that movie is called Don't Go in the House. Now, as I say, I watched it last night and oh boy, was this a horrific movie. If you're not familiar with Don't Go in the House, I'll just read you the blurb at the back, then I'll talk a little bit more about the movie. Okay, yeah, so a legendary title from the video nasties era, Joseph Ellison's relentlessly bleak and disturbing Don't Go in the House has lost none of its power to shock in the decades since it was first censored by the BBFC and seized by UK authorities. Donny Cola, played by Dan Grimaldi from The Sopranos, he's a disturbed loner, unhealthily obsessed with fire. Comes home from his factory job one day to find his abusive mother has died. Now all alone in the large Gothic mansion he calls home and consumed in an inferno of insanity, he is finally able to fulfill his violent revenge fantasies against her. Soon, any woman unlucky enough to enter is forced to come face to face with the worst fate imaginable in the secret steel-clad chamber of death he has built in the house's depths. Now this is fully uncut and it's making its UK high definition premiere in a brand new 2K restoration. The film that dares to ask, what if Norman Bates had a flamethrower? Is back in a definitive collector's edition with both original and extended cuts. Oh yeah, fantastic horror movie, guys. I can highly recommend it if you're a big fan of really gripping horror movies and that, with good characters and that. I can highly recommend this, and this is a fantastic edition by Arrow. Lovely slipcover and loads of special features there, guys, if you want to freeze your screens and take those in. Yeah, so I'll just open the box, the cover for you. So there's the reversible artwork, guys, and I'll open it up. I've got two discs in this. The other disc is still in the player because I've got to watch all the special features yet. And it's got a fantastic booklet, so I'll just take the booklet out and show you the booklet. It's got a poster as well. There's the booklet. Oh, Arrow done a really nice in his fireman's outfit. And there's the corpses of the three girls who he made as he burns them alive, and that he captures them, he entices them back to his house, and he knocks them out and that. And oh, horrible the way he does it and that, burns them alive, especially the first scene, the girl, the blonde girl. Yeah, fantastic movie. I can highly recommend this. If you're a horror fan, you've got to add this to your collection. I was utterly gripped from start to finish. And the character who plays this villain, oh yeah, he's a fantastic actor. He's done a real good job, and good solid storyline, well put together. So there you go, guys. That's the booklet. I'll just show you the poster, guys. Poster. Yeah, so really made up with this edition by Arrow. They're always on the money with the releases, and especially this one. It's one of the best horror movies I've seen from the 70s. Was actually made in 1979, and it was released a year later. But as I say, it was on the list of notorious video nasties. So yeah. So as I say, real gripping movie in that. A good story in that, so many memorable moments in it, and it's not for the squeamish, so be warned, especially the part where he ties the girls up and with the flamethrower. Basically, I won't give away too much of the movie. What's caused him to be like this? When he was young, he was abused by his mother because he does something naughty in that, and what she does, she grabs hold of his hands, and she holds his arms and on top of a flame and that, and of course he's screaming and nagging and that, and she's very, very abusive to him, so that leaves a mark. It's sort of like it leaves a scar on his mind and that. And then he becomes obsessed with fire, and he's working in this factory and that. And the movie starts off with one of the guys in the factory has an accident and he's burning and that, on the ground, writhing, and afterwards the boss says, so what did you just stand there for, and that, you know, he's some kind of weirdo and that, yeah. So then you see him then going back to his mother and that, you know, and of course it's got very strong overtones of Psycho, this movie, because he lives all alone in this big gothic house with his mother, who dies at the beginning of the movie. And what he does, he keeps a corpse in the chair and that, and she's slowly rotting when he starts. Oh God, yeah. Really strong themes of Psycho in this, yeah. And he starts talking, and he hears these voices in his head and that, you know. And of course, as I say, he gets all these girls and that, and he entices them back to his house, and he kills them and that. You know, he ties them up and that. And the way the first scene, guys, with the first girl he kills and that from the shop. You know, she's a shop assistant and that, and she misses her bus, and he offers her a lift and that. You know, because there's 3 yobs outside. You know, giving them a bit of grief and that. So you start catcalling that when she gets into his car. Lovely blonde girl, very pretty girl and that. So she takes her back to the house and that. And of course, like all basically like the story goes down a very dark path. Yeah, very sort of like multi-dimensional character. You know, this guy. You know, he works in this factory and that, and he's a bit of a loner and that. You know, he's only really got one buddy, and that's his mate from work and that. You know, he sort of like tries to sort him like he tries to like get him out and that. You know, give him a little bit of a social life and that. And but yeah, he's really off his rocker, this guy, he really is, yeah. And there's one scene as well where he tries to sort of like turn over a new leaf, you know. He sort of like said, well, I'm not going to kill anymore and that. So but then his mate invites him out. His mate's married, he's got kids. His mate invites him out to this rather seedy disco where there's going to be women and that, you know, yeah. So he meets up with him, but before that, he goes to this department store, the tailors, and he gets all rigged out and that. There's this guy behind the counter and that, and he's sort of like, he's a bit of a slime ball, this guy, and like this salesman, he sees an opportunity here, and he starts bringing out all these outfits and that. Oh, this look very nice on you and that, you know, yeah. So he rigs himself out, and he goes to the disco all dressed up in a suit, and then he cops off with these girls and that, with his mates and that. But then when one of the girls asks him to dance, he says, no, I'm very, you know, I won't give away too much of it. Like, I'm just saying, like, 1 or 2 of the memorable scenes, but he doesn't want to dance in that, you know, and he, you know, she pulls, come on, dance. And what he does, there's I think there's a lamp on the table and that. He picks her up and he throws her out, and it burns all her hair and that, and she's screaming and that, and he runs out the club, and then the girl's brother's inside the club, and he runs out after him and that. You know, oh yeah, some really good moments in this, guys. Yeah, it's a really gripping psychological thriller, and I'm definitely keeping this in my collection. It's a fantastic movie. It's one of the best horror movies I've seen recently, and as I say, this is a fantastic edition by Arrow. It really is, and that lovely edition. It really is, yeah. So, oh yeah, he's a real wacko, this guy, you know. And the way he has all the corpses in the room and that, and he has them like all sitting around in a semicircle, and he starts talking to them and that, and you know, as if they're alive and that, you know, but they're all charred and that, and they're all sitting there. He's put dresses on. Oh yeah, it's one weird movie, this, guys. It's not for the squeamish. It's very disturbing movie, and you know, lovely colour as well. Yeah, good solid storyline. Good cast. I'd highly recommend this. If you're a horror fan, I'd highly recommend you get this movie. It's a fantastic movie. And as I say, it was on the video nasties list for that. I said there's 3 cuts on this movie, but watch the uncut version, the longer version, to get everything in it and that, you know, because there's a couple of scenes they cut out and that. There's one scene involving a priest. There's this priest in it who he goes to confide in and that, you know. He goes to see him and that. And oh yeah, he's a real, what's the name character this? He's a real wacky character. He really is, yeah. Very enjoyable movie, yeah. Don't go in the house, yeah. I've seen it a couple of years ago, but I've forgotten it and that, you know. I think it was on YouTube and that, but it stayed in my mind and that, and I thought, if that ever comes out on Blu-ray, I'll add that to my collection, yeah. Very enjoyable movie, yeah. Okay, guys, we're on to a scale now of out of 10. I'm going to give, no hesitation, I'm going to give this movie a full 10 out of 10, because that's how much I enjoyed it. The story was good, the characters were good, I was not bored for 1 single second. It held your attention. Real creepy movie. Oh yeah, 10 out of 10, definitely. No hesitation. Have you seen this movie, Don't Go in the House? Do you share my opinion on it? Leave your thoughts down below. I'd be very interested to hear, you know, what you thought of it, yeah? Oh yeah, every horror fan should have this in his collection, yeah. It's a movie that's not really talked about, you know, the last couple of years. I haven't really you know, seen anything about it, like, you know, anybody reviewing it really or talking about it. Yes, one of those rare gems, yeah. But oh yeah, very enjoyable movie, guys. I highly recommend. If you like movies like Psycho, you know, movies like that, Repulsion, you know, this character is very, very multi-layered and that, and he's played brilliantly by this actor, this Dan Grimaldi. Yeah, that was directed by Joseph Ellison, produced by Ellen Hamill. Well, it's a fantastic movie. Okay, guys, that's it. Well, that concludes my review of Don't Go in the House from 1979. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Thank you.